15 minutes before the hour, the countdown to homecoming is on at Michigan State University. It's Michael Patrick Shields, radio stations across the state of Michigan, and Fox 47 television here in the Lansing area, adjacent to East Lansing. And across the table from me in our AT&T studio is the president of Michigan State University, the 20th president, and an MSU graduate, it should be noted too, Luana K. Simon. Thanks for coming down here.
Good morning. It's a pleasure to be here.
It's a big week and a big weekend. The weather looks good. Attendance looks great. You got all sorts of neat events starting, and the parade, I think, is one of the highlights.
It is. Well, tonight is the Grand Awards Gala, where we recognize key alums who have made special contributions. The Floral Association is also going to recognize an MSU alum, Red Kennicott, for his years and years of work in the floral industry. So lots of sort of ancillary events. Tomorrow, the parade. Saturday, the game.
You like to tell the stories, I noticed, because as you walked in here with your cup from the Grand Traverse Pie Company, you said, yeah, these are MSU graduates, Mike and Denise Busley. Yeah. And it just makes you proud to see that kind of visible evidence.
It does. One of the things that we take great pride in is that it's easy to identify people with titles. But we have people throughout our 500,000 alums throughout the world who just make a difference every day, and that's part of the Spartan spirit.
You know, the Busleys, I know they left for a while. They left the state for a while, and they came back and invested big time here of what they're doing now. You launched an initiative, was it 2 years ago now, to keep international students here in the state after they come from around the world. Why is that important, and how's it going?
Well, it was a partnership with the state of Michigan, Wayne State, and the University of Michigan. And it's going relatively well, though we had anticipated there might be some changes in immigration law to sort of help that along. Prima Civitas with Steve Webster is fostering a program that's called IB5, which permits international families to make major economic investments in the state, starting new companies, buying companies if they're in trouble. And that's a clearer path to citizenship as well. So Steve, through Prima Civitas, is working on that.
Because you will have people who will say, well, why do we want a foreign student here? Why not somebody from, Hazlitt or somebody from, Traverse City area? Aren't we bumping out Michigan kids by allowing foreign students and out-of-state students to come in?
Well, if you think about our enrollment, it's as large as it's ever been undergraduate. Yeah. We're over 49,000 students now. So we haven't really bumped anybody out. Our classes are 7,900, so that's as large as we've ever been. But it's important that the students who come to Michigan State believe that they can go anywhere in the world and compete. We want them to stay in Michigan, but the idea is always that they can go anywhere in the world and compete with anyone. And that requires a global focus in the 21st century. So having students around, being able to experience those individuals in different ways, different cultures, maybe the friendships will make a difference in the long run for our students.
And part of the answer is that you want to encourage some of the international students to stay.
We do, because we need that talent. Michigan is in a demographic decline. I think most folks don't know that there's projected to be about a 20% decrease in the number of high school graduates in Michigan over the next period of time. And so also being able to augment classes without international students helps to offset that decline.
When you have a student body that large, where does it rank in the United States? Are you near the biggest?
We're not the biggest, but we're in the top 10 of being large institutions. But through the neighborhood concept, we were trying to make everything small. So if you go over to Brody Hall, some people have lived in Brody. They will never believe that when they come back that students want to be in Brody, and we're getting calls from parents about why my son or daughter is not in Brody, instead of the other way around of, oh, no, I'm in Brody.
Yeah.
Because of not only the food, but the neighborhoods that provide health care services, tutoring, all sorts of programs, career placement starting as freshmen to get people ready for the workforce. And those are all in the 6 neighborhoods around the campus.
But they didn't want to be in Brody because of where it was located?
Well, it's so far away.
Yeah.
But now, and probably because it was large and seemed impersonal, now it's the hottest place on campus to stay.
Yeah, I mean, that's all I keep hearing about lately is, we're in a town where there are a lot of chain restaurants, and people are talking about, and Coach Izzo was on with me yesterday. In fact, somebody told me, Rick Cordes told me he saw you having lunch with Izzo in the Brody Dining Commons recently. Yeah. Why is everybody talking about that dining commons so much lately?
Well, I think because it gives students choices, as well as being first-class food. You can have sushi, Mexican, home-style, pasta made to order, salad bars, hamburgers, hot dogs, great desserts. And so Sunday morning, during move-in, there were still church groups who eat there on Sunday morning who braved all of those freshmen coming in and their parents to go eat at Brody because it was so important to them.
So in their pajamas or whatever they're doing.
But it's become a community center.
Mm-hmm.
It's simply a center for students.
It's a lot different than when Coach Izzo was saying, Monday was macaroni and cheese and Tuesday was hot dogs back in his day.
It was probably true. But he survived.
He did.
He survived. But partly what we're trying to do is, if you think about how big the campus is, if you live in the residence halls, you can go anywhere on campus, use your ID card, and eat as often as you want. So if you're in class near Shaw Hall in business and you want to go have a bite to eat, a cup of coffee, with a friend in class, you can simply go do that. And then you can come back if you live in Brody and eat in Brody. Or if you have classes on that side of the campus or want to visit a friend, you can just simply do that. So we've used, in many ways, food, not only the quality of food, but the nature of the dining facilities as a way of connecting students with one another and giving them an opportunity to have those casual conversations that young professionals want to have.
Huh. And anyone can go into the Brody
Anyone can go.
Anyone. You want to feel like you're in school again, you can go back and eat in the dorm there.
If you want to feel like you were in school again, or maybe that you wish you were in school again.
Yeah, that's what I mean. And it's like a throwback thing for all of us. And, of course, this is what homecoming is all about.
It is, but you can also go to Shaw. Great new dining hall. Case has a great place now, Snyder Phillips, and we're renovating the Union and the North Campus. So it's a place to be.
Quickly, did the government shutdown affect you at all yet?
It has in smaller ways.
Mm-hmm.
We have USDA employees on campus who are affected. We have grants that are not being released, grants that are not being reviewed, graduate students who are getting government paychecks who are at risk a bit. And the real worry is if they decide to further go off the cliff with the debt ceiling discussions.
Let's hope we turn it around. We'll see you at the game this weekend.
Thank you very much. Appreciate your support.
Thank you.